New videos have just emerged coming out of Minnesota today that show both the brutality of the ICE Gestapo, but also the power of community and coming together as neighbors and showcasing the great American spirit to stand up for our nation in the face of this depravity. We have so much to look at today, so we're just going to dive right in. Here we go.
Get the f on the car before you get
Now that's f***ing assault. All
Don't
I
move,
need
you're
is
gonna get
an ID.
tased. Don't move or you're gonna get tased.
I'm
Because you
not
want to
moving.
be an idiot.
I'm not moving,
Because you want to
bitch.
be a idiot. You're a and you're gonna learn the hard way.
So as you can see here, this is an American citizen being detained by ICE forces, right? Who is constitutionally protected in not giving his IDs to these thugs, right? He has that protection. But when he did not give them his ID, they arrest him. They cuff him and they start manhandling him and trying to just rifle through him to find his identification without his consent. This is the line that people have been screaming about being crossed for years now. People, citizens and non-citizens alike, getting arrested on the street for not handing over their papers.
Do you have an ID on you, ma'am?
I don't need an ID to walk around in my city. This is my
Okay,
city.
do you have
This is
some
my
ID
home.
then, please?
I don't need an
If
ID.
not, we're going to put you in the vehicle and we're going to ID you.
I'm not gonna take out an ID. What the fuck?
Very eerily reminiscent of Nazi Germany back in the 1930s and 1940s, if you ask me. But this time, we have cameras. We have cell phones pointing at these people 24/7, these psychopaths, and yet they still attack and dehumanize people non-stop. It's ridiculous, and it's happening in broad daylight. But many of us knew this was coming.
They're pulling it from the fascist playbook. It's all predictable. We all knew this was coming. And it's all been, so many of these people in this crowd have been screaming it from the top of our lungs, saying that this has been coming for 10 years. And now here it is at our doorstep. And we need to stand up unified, because it's going to take community to fight this back. And Governor Walz, if you're listening, if you are watching, activate the National Guard.
It is completely illegal what these ICE thugs are doing, right? Okay, just flat out, completely unconstitutional. And until very recently, those at the very top of the chain, right, they have denied any wrongdoing at all, right? These ICE agents are doing everything correct. They're above board. They're doing the right thing. They're acting in self-defense. Bullshit, but they're acting in self-defense. But now these talking heads, these people, they're silent, right? Because they are just telling us to obey for obeying's sake, and they are not speaking out because they know that they can no longer speak against this, right? Because we all see what's happening, right? We see it with our own eyes. But their silence says everything that we need to know.
I just asked you for an ID. That
I don't
was
give a
it.
f what you asked me for, bitch. Shut up. You shut up, bitch. Shut up. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? He has a gun on him. Look at that. A fully registered firearm. Because I'm a U.S. citizen. No, what did you have to do to say? You, this is who the fuck I am. I don't even let you the fuck alone. Y'all are some real scumbags. You know that,
I'm
right?
a scumbag?
Yes.
You just acted
You're
like
a
If you're
scumbag.
a U.S. citizen, you shouldn't have done that.
What made you get into this profession? Why are you so mad at
Why?
Why are you so mad at immigrants?
This guy is the real deal. You know what I mean? Like, I like this guy. Really saying what we're all thinking and giving it to these ghouls right in front of their faces, just calling them scumbags. I mean, primo stuff. But in all sincerity, this is not scary, right? Because scary is the fear of something that might happen or that tension that we feel, right before a jump scare in the movie, you get scared, right? But it is happening, right? It is happening right now. We are here. It is time for us to rise up like this guy and use our voices to be heard by these thugs as community, as people, as neighbors, as Americans. But just huge kudos across the board to this guy who put himself in harm's way just to resist America becoming a Gestapo-run fascist state and sticking it to these ICE thugs. And there are so many different ways that you can resist this violence and hatred on our streets, right? But number one is community organizing, right? Just getting out there on the streets with your neighbors, with your loved ones, and getting your voices heard. Signs, banners, marches, just showing up and showing out and having that community, just showing that there is more of us than there are of them. You can spread awareness. You can run for office on the smallest level. You know, voting is so obvious. I don't even need to tell you that one, but yeah, sure, vote, you know, it's helpful. But there is so much else to do. You can canvass for candidates that you know, find appealing and agree with your morals and your politics on, and just being with others, right? I think that is the most important human thing right now is community. It is genuinely, it sounds so corny, it sounds so silly. Community is everything here. I'm not playing around. Cherish it and use it as your guide and your shield against these absolute insane forces going on right now. And people understand this, right? Especially people with hindsight who have seen this nation from afar, who have fought for this nation. It's not just for veterans who have the hindsight of their actions and can see and understand what this country is about. This is for everyone. Take a look.
This video shows several men exit an SUV outside Rectangle Pizza in South Minneapolis.
And they stormed up on our door to try to get in.
But Rectangle Pizza co-owner Brianna Evans says employees and community members chased off those ICE agents after they tried to enter her restaurant Monday afternoon. Video appears to show those agents leaving, but not before deploying chemical agents, which were kicked right back.
They don't belong here. They're not this community. They're not what we believe in. We support and love each other, and you can see from that video exactly what happens when they try to with us.
Communities working together. Fuck yeah. Like, pushing these people to this limit is just stunning, right? Okay, but these people getting out there and just basically saying, you are not welcome in here, all right? You have to not be in here. That is what it's about, right? Numbers, right? That is exactly what this is. Good on these people for standing up and showcasing that they are not here to protect and serve, right? ICE is not here to protect, right? They are not welcome in these communities at all. This is what our country is supposed to be about, as this protester and a soldier says.
Come here, take a oath to defend the country from foreign domestic terrorism and to fight for the Constitution. And these guys are coming here and disgracing this building. I'm a veteran of 7 years. I've bled for this country. I've fought for this country, for these people here of Minnesota to come and fight these motherfuckers. They're disgracing this country and what it means.
Just for a bit of context, his wife and daughter were sprayed by chemical irritants the day before. So, I think his anger is well beyond justified in this situation. And he is doing the right thing, right? He is out on the streets using his voice to protest these barbaric monsters, and I cannot give him enough praise for that. But people standing up right now are facing real consequences, right? Check out this young man who was permanently blinded by ICE in Santa Ana. So we added the blur in this situation for YouTube censorship reasons and making sure as many people as possible see this video. We would rather show you the video in whole with all of the violence because you deserve a better sense of the situation to see what these ICE forces are doing to American citizens. But alas, the video is online for you to go. It is brutal, it is disgusting, it is harsh, but it is something that I feel like people need to see, right? To see the depravity of these ICE agents, okay? After shooting this kid in the face, he is then dragged away by these lunatics profusely bleeding. It is a hard watch, but it happened, right? At the hands of these criminal monsters. Like, that kid is my age, right? He's only a year younger than I am, okay? It is hard to see something like that and put yourself in those shoes because it could happen to any of us. But people are overcoming their fear, and they are acting now that they are being forced to. They aren't just being passive anymore as ICE is illegally attacking people for just exercising their free speech. People are now literally putting their bodies in ICE's way. This is absolutely stunning that Trump and Kristi Noem's ICE are putting this pressure and forced us to this point.
Shame on you!
Like, this is nuts, right? This is This is insane that people are being pushed to this point by KKK Kristi Noem and Donald Trump, okay? We are not dealing with serious people here. We are dealing with crooked and awful people. And just for more proof of that, here is an ICE agent that abused, choked out a 16-year-old kid, a high schooler, stole his phone that was recording this incident happening, which he is constitutionally protected to do so, and then he sold the phone. I'm not joking. Check this out. This is reporting from ProPublica. Just shout out to them. They are doing amazing reporting on all of this. They're really getting these details and stories that no one would know about if it weren't for them. And it shows here that ProPublica clarified, writing that immigration agents not only took Arnaldo's phone, the 10th grader had to use Find My Phone to locate it in a vending machine for used electronics close to an ICE detention center. The goddamn phone was found in an electronic vending machine near an ICE detention center. The depravity of these people is just unmatched by anything we've ever seen in modern times. Like, what a low-life human being do you have to be to choke out a 16-year-old, steal his phone, and then sell it for a quick buck after getting all the money you're being paid by this blood money that the government's giving you for being an ICE Gestapo agent? You need more? Really? But listen, through all this hardship, through all this depravity, you cannot give in to nihilism, right? You just can't, because that is letting them win. We can do this, right? We are doing this. This could be ICE's last lashing out before they fall apart, right? But the only way that we can make that happen is if we continue to stand up for our country. But thanks so much for sticking around until the end of the video. I really appreciate it a lot. If you like this video, be sure to leave a like down below, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's the best way to show your support, and I'd really appreciate it. I'm Iago Lashua. Have a nice day.